syncing audio. Hopefully we have a crispy setup going on. Welcome to the VFX breakdown of the Joby invasion of the Bendy tripod official movie trailer. There was a good response to it, so we're thinking about maybe going into like an episode 1 and just see where it goes from there. Really quick before the video starts, I want to say thank you to a few people who shared the video and help it get a little bit more exposure. I want to say thank you to Sam Sheffer, Sarah Dici, and Jerry Rig Everything. They all tweeted the video. It was a really fun project to make, and I had to tackle a lot of new skills, specifically learning the Octane renderer for 3ds Max. I bought it a couple months ago, but I hadn't really had time to implement it into a new project. This Joby video was kind of like the perfect mesh of not really complicated modeling and just learning the basics of the renderer. We're gonna start off with the 3D tracking process and what program we use to do that. When you're filming something with your camera and adding a 3D object in, you have to do something called 3D motion tracking to essentially analyze the motion path of your camera, how it moved in your real scene, and then insert that into your 3D program of choice. For me, it was Autodesk 3ds Max. And then my 3D tracker of choice is a program called Buju. I want to talk quick specifically about one of the most difficult shots to 3D track. And that was a shot of Sam Sheffer, which shout out again to Sam. I reached out to him and he went out and shot that clip specifically just for my video.
This is perfect. This is the road I wanted to run down. It's like you've got a wide background there, so I can just be like...
I really appreciate it if you're watching this VFX breakdown, Sam. It was really cool. It's one of my favorite shots in the video just because it was something that someone actually, personally shot for the project, but it was also the most difficult shot to 3D track. Basically, what I had to do was add a polygon mask in Buju to kind of omit Sam from being tracked in the tracker. So then it only specifically targeted a certain portion of the frame, then exported that to 3ds Max. But that is essentially the process for 3D tracking. And I would definitely say what I'm worst at in the 3D process is modeling. I just never really learned it. I've always found it kind of easier to just buy a model from TurboSquid and use that. So luckily there was a Joby model from TurboSquid. I brought that into 3ds Max, retextured it with Octane materials because all the different renders for 3D programs have different materials that come along with them. So I had to retexture it and then rig it up because it wasn't rigged. So I added bones for every one of the Joby balls and then skinned that mesh to those bones. And that was how we animated it to walk around. It was kind of hard to figure out how to make a walking cycle with 3 legs. So that was one of the things that I struggled with and I don't think looked ridiculously great in the final product. But again, we kind of made this in like a week and we really pumped it out just Sunday during the day. And then pulled an all-nighter to finish it up for Monday morning. All you have to do is create keyframes and then 3ds Max interpolates between those keyframes, just like in Premiere, After Effects, or any of those other programs. You just make 2 keyframes and then your Joby leg will move to that throughout that amount of keyframes. I don't know if that, I just said keyframes like 50,000 times. But eventually you just kind of set some keyframes for the legs to walk and then it looks like the Joby is walking / running / whatever you want it to do. Another difficult shot was the one of Peter McKinnon. It was basically filmed during a snowstorm, so I had to kind of simulate the 3D depth of the fog on the 3D render. Honestly, it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. All you had to do was create a scatter texture on the material map for the daylight system or for the daylight Octane system, and then change a couple properties on the scatter material to give me the look to my liking. I think that's probably my favorite shot from the trailer. If not, it's either Sam's shot or Peter's shot. Another awesome thing about Octane is it's a super quick 3D renderer. It's a GPU rendering system, so it uses your graphics card. That's why I have a high-powered graphics card. I have a 1080 Ti in my system. I'm thinking about adding another one because Octane can use up all of your graphics card processing power. To be able to do 3D renders quickly is it just saves so much time and it's pretty ridiculous. Hopefully this audio is worth a damn at all. Hopefully it's clean. Hopefully this setup is looking clean. When you have a video that's kind of a quick turnaround, you have to cut some corners in places. And one of those was in the reflection on the shot of MKBHD on his car. I didn't do a reflection map to show, like the Joby and the reflection of the car. That's something I would have done if we didn't like pump it out over the weekend. I would have definitely, if we had another week. We have this deadline, so what we want to do is we want to make a short every Monday, whether that be the Joby short. We have a couple more ideas on the whiteboard back here, but we want to make a short every single Monday, and the Joby video was the start to that. And we said we're going to post on Monday. We procrastinated slightly throughout the week, but then we were like, we have to pump this out. If we don't pump this out Monday, then we might fall off and just push it back a week and then you push it back another week. Don't let perfection stop you from posting something. And we made the trailer, we thought it was good, we stayed up all night and we were kind of going back and forth. Should we wait another week and post it or should we just pump it out? And Max ended up convincing me that we should just put it out there, and we did. and you guys really liked it, and I appreciate all the positive feedback on the video. It really means a lot. Even like, I love the criticism too, because a lot of people, you know, shared, oh, this would look cooler if you did it like that. I appreciate all feedback, because that's how essentially in the end you grow as a filmmaker, YouTuber, creator. There were also a couple shots in the trailer that just had, you know, kind of like a matte painting of a Joby, and for those instances I just took a 3D rendered photo, 3D camera track in After Effects, and then added it to the background. But yeah, that was the VFX breakdown of the Invasion of a Bendy Tripod official movie trailer. Doesn't really roll off the tongue. Hopefully you enjoyed it, hopefully you learned something. If you have any additional questions, if I went over something too quickly, if you want to learn any more specific tutorials about Octane, 3ds Max, After Effects, or anything, just comment down below. I'm always willing to, you know, put some time into creating a tutorial for people that ask it. I've been kind of behind on the tutorial side of things, just trying to create, you know, these shorts and vlogs and blah, blah, blah. Again, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate all the support. If you enjoyed this, leave me a like. If you didn't, leave me a dislike. And again, with that constructive criticism, comment down below on how I can improve my content in the future. Don't forget, every day counts. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, bye, peace, peace. Yeah, we're gonna be dealing with a solid, probably 100 gigabyte clip from this Ursa Mini. So that should be fun.